Hello, Casey from interwebkaiju here, and today I'm going to be talking about Kaiju Ward Gallas. Kaiju Ward Gallas is a 2019 oddity that most haven't heard about, and those who had probably forgot about it already. Produced by Toei for their Tokusatsu fan club, Kaiju Ward Gallas was supposed to be a live-action anthology series, but I believe only one episode was made. The series shifted to a manga format, which may or may not have had only the same story as the episode completed, if that. It's almost frustratingly hard to find information on the show or manga other than articles written before the release, and it also seems to be very hard to find the episode itself. Thankfully, I saved a little something not long after its initial release, and yes, that does mean I've had it sitting around for over 2 years waiting for me to watch it. A woman gets her heart broken, and then a different lady sends Gallas, a giant bird monster, after the man who caused it. Visually, I like most of it a lot. It starts off with this very nice purple backlit Dutch angle, a hard contrast shadowy kaiju in profile against the bright sky, and then this shot of a lady introducing us to the Kaiju Ward, which again is a great contrast between the part of her face that's lit up and everything else in the shot. Love that shit. Also, love this one where the focus is just on a random spot on the ground with everything in front and behind it blurred. No reason whatsoever for it to be that way, but it works and I like its bizarre inclusion. In the same montage, there's the only instance in the media of a wide-angle lens, and maybe it's because I spent a few years almost exclusively shooting with a fisheye, but I find a little joy in its inclusion. Visual comedy lands. At one point, human Erica is cawing maybe, roaring. It's a bit painful to listen to, but it gave me a good laugh as well. I really like the music, and it's a lot of enjoyable fitting tracks, not just one good one used repeatedly. The episode follows the sort of bad guy, but still gives him a personality and mannerisms of a real person and not just like evil dude, which is good. He's a bad person, but he's not like a supervillain or anything, and I appreciate that. There's a twist, sort of. I didn't expect it, and I really liked it. Gallas is okay. Suit looks good in some shots, bad in others. I like the idea of a bird kaiju that's both upright and quadruped at times. CG effects are of a drastically lower quality than everything else. Just look at this CG monster in Cityscape. Not good. The lady is just cut off without any shadow whatsoever, and her face is lit up by something we can't see and that isn't affecting anything else in the scene. CG feathers don't look great either, but at least they add something to the scenes, and that those scenes were actually needed. The whole episode takes place in an empty city. There are 4 human characters and no extras, no prop people in the buildings, no moving cars on the street. I mean, nothing is going to make this believable, but a setting that feels inhabited is sorely missed. The camera work, while often at interesting angles and distances, is a bit too unstable and wobbly for my liking. Probably another stylistic choice, but not my cup of tea. There's some grainy footage of a crow eating trash thrown in that's confusing, aesthetically unappealing, and took me out of the show for a moment. There's not much here in the 17-minute runtime, and it has on paper the same amount of pros and cons. The suitmation and model destruction aren't anything that stand out, but this is a quick fun watch, and I would recommend Kaiju Ward Gallas for any fan of the genre. Thanks for watching.